entertainment, sports.
Your top stories on Channel 69. One giant leap for mankind occurred on July 20th, 1969. President John F. Kennedy was feeling ambitious, so he presented a challenge to put a man on the moon before the 60s ended. On the morning of July 16th, Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins sat in the Saturn V, a three-stage 363-foot rocket that used 7.5 million pounds of thrust to propel them into outer space. 4 days after being propelled into space, the three astronauts arrived on the moon. At exactly 22:56, Armstrong planted his foot on another world, the moon. After his first step, he said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Crazy to believe this only happened 5 months ago. This is Marietta on
Good
Big
afternoon.
Events.
This is Eleanor reporting live from Mississippi, reporting Category 5 Hurricane Camille. This hurricane is the third and strongest tropical cyclone this year. 259 people have already lost their lives, and there have been $1.42 billion in damages from this terrible storm. Hurricane Camille has flattened nearly everything along the Mississippi coast. So far, we have measured 7.5 inches of rainfall. Stay dry, folks. Now.
Thanks, Eleanor. Now stay tuned for the top entertainment stories of 1969. We'll be back.
Call Emily and Margaret for a great pool cleaning service today.
On April 14th, the 41st Academy Awards were held. Oliver won the most awards with 5 statuettes, including one for Best Picture. Also this year, the third time in Oscar history and first for the Best Actress category occurred. Barbra Streisand won her first Oscar for her first role in Funny Girl, and Katharine Hepburn won her third Oscar for The Lion in Winter. We'll be back with more when we return.
Where do you want to go?
This year in music, the Woodstock Music and Art Fair was held from August 15th to the 18th at a dairy farm in Bethel, New York. Over 500,000 people attended the event to hear 32 acts over 4 days. The governor of New York called a state of emergency due to the heavy traffic, terrible weather conditions, food shortages, and poor sanitation. One of the organizers, John Roberts, told the governor not to send the National Guard, and the festival went on. Also, due to the rain, the festival was delayed, so the last act, Jimi Hendrix, actually played 8:30 Monday morning. All in all, the festival had a sense of social harmony and peace. Finally, on May 27th, Walt Disney World in Buena Vista, Florida began construction. Let's hope it's as fun as Disneyland. I'm Miguel, reporting live from the Channel 69 newsroom. Now back to Marietta after these messages.
What a nice sleep at the Hotel Clement. Do you live in California? Well, if you do, you better watch out. Charles Manson is on the loose. There's a conspiracy that Manson, a former cult leader, killed 7 people, including actress Sharon Tate, who was 8 months pregnant when she died. One night, Tate and her pals were at her house, probably watching a movie and having a good time, when Manson crashed the party. This lunatic invaded Tate's home and killed her and her 4 friends, causing a mass murder. Manson was charged for murder with the death penalty. Unfortunately, his sentence was reduced to life imprisonment when the death penalty was abolished in California. To this day, Charles Manson is still out there. So please be careful and watch your back. You never know who's walking behind you on the street. Well, this is Marietta Holfeld on Channel 69.
More by Ralph Lauren.
Up next, Ferdinand Hunson with sports.
Thank you, Marietta. This year in sports, the Super Bowl III, held in Miami on January 2nd, was won by the New York Jets 16-7. The upset put the favorites, the Colts, to shame as the Jets finished up with an impressive record of 10-4. New York seems to have been on a streak as the New York Mets also claimed victory over the Baltimore Orioles, one of the biggest upsets in baseball history, considering the Orioles were thought to have had one of the finest squads ever. The 4-1 triumphs finished off as the Mets' 5-game prevailing win streak, which had qualified them for the World Series.
I can't get up. She's okay.
And we're back. In other news, the 69th annual Golf U.S. Open held from January 12th to the 15th at Cypress Creek Course ended with Orville Moody winning his first and final golf championship. This was on the PGA Tour. The PGA Championship, also held this past year on August 14th to the 17th at Kettering, Ohio, the 26-year-old Raymond Floyd claimed victory over Gary Player by only one stroke, finishing up the match with a score of 71 to 72. Thank you, Marietta. Earlier this year, our nation faced a tragic death as our former president, Dwight D. Eisenhower, passed away on March 28, 1969, at the age of 78. Eisenhower unfortunately succumbed to congestive heart failure at the Walter Reed Army Medical Center. The former president was buried at Dwight D. Eisenhower Presidential Library and Museum and Boyhood Home. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the 70s.
We're not gonna.
And that's a wrap.